and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, and it's time for a little
I'm so high, I can touch the sky.
A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the power forward. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4-man position.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosh. He said often in games, Bosh is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number 1 at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row.
And here is LeBron, following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Back to LeBron. The shot is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Leonard on the wing, defended by Chalmers. And stolen by Chalmers. Wade drives in. Back to Chalmers. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Leonard with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it. I tell you, Tim Duncan turned back the clock last season, didn't he? One of his best in years, and one of his best seasons ever when it comes to blocking shots. For a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of elevation, it's his timing that allows him to be a shot blocker without bouncing real high. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Chalmers against Parker. Duncan, the pass to Green, and that one's good. You know, back to Duncan, Steve, you could make a credible argument that with the exception of Larry Bird, no player in NBA history has been more successful while blessed with fewer hops. I mean, I don't know if you'd say he's athletic.
You're right. I mean, he's not real athletic, but, man, the skill, the savvy, just the incredible knowledge of the game. One of the great players of all time.
Just such a pro. Yeah, just such a pro. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with the age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
It's LeBron with the drive. A fader. It's rebounded by Splitter.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Back to Green. Spurs passing it around. The dish to Splitter. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. But I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. In that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
Duncan misses.
Tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
They grab their own miss, and it's blocked by Duncan. And he's able to get it back. Haslam can't get it to go. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 14-5 run. Leonard kicks to Green. LeBron grabs the miss.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Duncan with the block. Pass to Leonard. Back to Parker. He feeds it to Green. Kicks it to Duncan. Haslam on him. Duncan inside. He's guarded by Haslam. And Duncan gets it to go in. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Here's Parker. 9 points in the game so far. He passes to Splitter. He dishes it to Duncan. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Pattier comes in for Udonis Haslem. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Now here's Allen. And the layup is good. Allen's got his first basket.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Five seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Bellinelli for 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's San Antonio. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too. Manu Ginobili is really one of those electrifying all-around players. I mean, he's as fun to watch as any guy in the league. He scores, he defends, has a nose for the ball. He does everything, and usually he packs a bunch of production into short stints of playing time. He's now in his mid-30s. The question becomes for him is health, and how much longer can he go at the level he's played at throughout his career.
The Heat trail by 12. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, when you look at the Heat finding the right pieces to build a championship, Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "From a basketball IQ standpoint, Shane was a perfect match for LeBron. I've never coached 2 players with such high-level basketball IQ. And gentlemen, the Heat have been able to find all the right pieces to build a championship. And Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces."
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And for Ginobili last season, his shooting percentages dipped just a little bit. Now 36 years old. He's, breaking down, it seems like on a more regular basis. Is he starting to fade in your eyes?
Sure, he is, but he's still capable of playing out of his mind on any given night. I mean, and that's what you want from a guy like that at his age. You're not going to get it every night, but can he continue to to help you win games. No question, Ginobili, he showed that last year.
Here is Bonner after the made shot from Cole. Ginobili off a pick from Bonner. Fires from deep. Diaw can't hit. The Heat trail by 8. They set the pick. LeBron against Ginobili. It's LeBron with the drive. And it's good.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll. A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low, and eventually the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Allen. Back to LeBron. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about two former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
Here's Parker after the made shot from Anderson. 6 to shoot from the high post. And another basket for San Antonio.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
LeBron kicks to Allen. Back to LeBron. Shot is off. Nice D from Ginobili.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
So it's San Antonio now after the Heat pick up 2. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Passes to Bellinelli. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Bellinelli's got 6 points in the quarter. And for LeBron James this season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. You know, Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection, too, shoots fewer three-pointers, but a higher percentage. So now, you know, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
Chalmers pass to Allen. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
Well, it was a little bit of a surprise, guys, going into last season when Ray Allen signed a contract with the Heat. He took less money than the Celtics offered him. And no question about it, there was some anger from his former teammates in Boston when he left.
And Clark, for Ray Allen, I don't think joining the Heat was just about jumping on a winning bandwagon. I think there'd be some issues for him in Boston.
Well, there were a lot of rumors that he and Rajon Rondo didn't quite get along. Allen wanted maybe a bigger role offensively. And in fact, you know, his minutes went down last season with the Heat, but he clearly fit in well. Came off the bench and really fit nicely with that shooting ability next to LeBron and Wade.
Bosh can't hit.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And Leonard backs down. Right side, Leonard. And stolen by Chalmers. He kicks it to Haslam. 2 on the clock. And that does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by 8. And
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we've played 2 quarters.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
What a game for Tony Parker. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it. Bosh. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. And so Bosh nails both of them. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside, Green. The feed now to Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Miami with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Wade kicks to LeBron. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. San Antonio calls timeout.
And as you might expect for the team with the second best record in the West, the Spurs dominated the East last season, played each team twice for a total of 30 games, and went 25-5 in that stretch.
Back to Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 6 points for Tim Duncan.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Now, here's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 4 on the clock. It's LeBron with the drive. There's the bucket. Good. And, Clark, back to what you said about the Spurs in the East. It was far and away the best record against the conference, Steve, for a team in the West.
Yeah, the second best record was Memphis with 22 wins. So kind of scary to think that they rested their big stars a few times against teams in the East, and they were still able to put up that kind of a record.
Now here's Parker. He's got 13. Duncan dishes to Parker. Out to Duncan. And another basket for San Antonio.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Chalmers against Parker. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And that one is stuffed right through.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Now, here's Green. Back to Parker. Feeds it to Splitter. The pass to Duncan. Haslam on him. Tries it from 9. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Chalmers. And Leonard backs down. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 5 now. The Heat trail by 5. To go back to what Bosh said, I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fight.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
San Antonio leading by 3. Parker with it. He's got 13. Outside, Green. Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Green against Chalmers. Wade kicks to Bosh. The fadeaway. The shot misses. Nice D from Thiago Splitter. Outside Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one. The Heat trail by 5. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Chalmers. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
A different look now for San Antonio. Battier comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Here's Cole. Battier outside. Fires for 3. No good.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Here's Bellinelli, and it's hauled in by LeBron.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Here's Wade, blocked. Now Bellinelli, he has 6. Outside Leonard, Diaw, and Bellinelli kicks to Leonard. Right side Leonard. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Ginobili. Ginobili right side. 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. And that one's good. Ginobili's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs.
You know, that mid-range jump shot may be an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Leonard with the steal. Dishes at the bottom. Back to Leonard. And the Spurs scoring again.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. That's good. 16 points for LeBron. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball. Two teams that like to play up tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
They get it back. Here's Bonner, and finally they hit one.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Bosh hits the pick for LeBron. Off the pick. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
Leonard against LeBron. Here's Diaw. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. The dish now to Cole. There's the triple. Rebound San Antonio. Leonard off the pick from bottom. Ginobili with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
A very encouraging start to Leonard's career, Kevin. He's a tough defender, an excellent rebounder, and his offensive game expanded pretty quickly his rookie season as well.
I expect his offense to continue growing, too. His huge hands help him in that regard, Steve. Great nose for the ball. High rate of steals. An expert at stripping it away. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Splitter's checked in for Matt Bonner. And it's Duncan in for Boris Diaw. Here's LeBron. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Parker passes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Fires the 3. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Still Heat ball. 24 seconds.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Chalmers dishes to Allen. Six on the shot clock. Pass to LeBron. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Duncan. Spurs leading by 14. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Parker. He passes to Splitter. Working on Allen. Splitter inside. Defended by Allen. Splitter, that's good. And the Spurs lead by 16. Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 16. There's 1:54 left here in the 4th quarter. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Ray Allen. And so here is Miami. Wade kicks to Haslem. LeBron right side. Lets it go from 11. And again, LeBron missing.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Back to Parker. Parker left side. Clock at 6. Shot is off. Solid defense there from Haslem. The Heat trail by 16. It's LeBron with the drive. Kicks it to Haslem. Back to LeBron. Shot to end this whole run.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Backing him down is Duncan. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. Mills passes to Bellinelli. Such a wide open look.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Spurs have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. He dishes it to Mills. Diaw, pass to Mills. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Mario Chalmers picks one up. First free throw is good. And the Heat making a change here. Cole's checked in. And both free throws good for Mills. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Cole, covered by Mills. Cole's shot is good. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Mills. Fades back. Off on that one. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. Monday Hoops coming up. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder up against the Chicago Bulls.
And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Thunder. Backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot, a physical and bruising big man at 6'10". Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in at the 4 slot. And for the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida. The 6'11 tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
Here's Chicago. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. 5 on the clock. Now here's Cephalosha, defended by Butler. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Boozer. Feeds to Rose. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And here are the Thunder now. 4-point game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Westbrook dishes to Cephalosha. Wide open. The shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but The injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose kicks to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And back to the Thunder in the postseason. They did well to get by the Rockets after Westbrook injured his knee. But, Steve, they just didn't have the same dynamic punch when they later faced the Grizzlies. Ended up getting bounced out in the second round.
Well, it was a tough matchup for them because the Grizzlies are so good defensively. And when you take Westbrook out of the lineup, all of a sudden it changes everything. I thought Oklahoma City battled, but they just didn't have enough firepower without their point guard.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
And that one hits back iron.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Now here's Rose. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Nick Collison's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Westbrook passes to Collison. Westbrook, Collison with a screen on Rose. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them. And Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for the Thunder. Cephalosha misses.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Rose dishes to Butler. The pass to Noah. 6 to shoot. Outside Dang. Pulls it from the elbow. Gets it to go.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
And the Thunder with some changes. Hashim Thabit comes in for Cephalosha. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Lamb, good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And going back to Dang, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, Basketball Without Borders, numerous charities. He's as his parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Dang is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point.
Well, the thing you love about Gibson is his energy and his length defensively. He's got those long arms. He can bounce. He can really get off the floor. And he's smart, so he anticipates things before they happen at that end of the court. One of the best front court defenders there is in the league.
Yeah, he really is. A lot of defense, his motivation, and Taj has never had a problem with that. If he has the mindset that he doesn't want you to score, and he can make things very difficult for you, whoever he is guarding, you know, that's when he is at his very best. The Bulls leading by 9. Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Back to Heinrich. Heinrich, right side. Pass to Gibson. With the lead pass. Some solid defensive work there from Thabit.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time. Jackson kicks to Lamb.
The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Lamb's got 5 now.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Dunleavy still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dang passes to Butler. 18 feet away and he knocks it down. Now here's Jackson. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
You know, with the recent success of Oklahoma City, you forget that in Kevin Durant's first season, they started out going 3-29. And I tell you what, you talk about their success, it's due to the resilience and perseverance and leadership of Kevin Durant and the rest of those guys.
There's the double team with Lamb. Durant, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Thunder with the possession here. Thunder trailing by 7. Well, there is a culture of hard work, as Clark was talking about, and the perseverance for this Oklahoma City Thunder organization. Their star players, Steve, get a lot of credit, but it's the whole organization, don't you think?
No question. It's the culture that was set. Scott Brooks has continued to kind of establish that atmosphere in the locker room. And they have players who just want to work and want to get better. And when you have a large group of people all with that same approach, you're going to be very successful.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, as you know, Kevin Durant is a real gym rat, a guy who just loves the game of basketball, and he enjoys studying the greats. Maybe his favorite? Durant's smile. Larry Bird is a guy I like watching. I watch film on him all the time. I like his approach to the game, his competitiveness, how low maintenance he was. He played hard. He played for the love of the game, and that's what I've got. Guy's one of the best small forwards in league history. Not a bad role model.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. He had stolen by Lamb. Left side, Durant. Baseline jumper, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Thabo Sefolosha was checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Reggie Jackson. Chicago leading by 7.
You know, often when we think of freakish athleticism in the NBA, it's those with strength and explosiveness like LeBron or Dwight Howard. But Kevin Durant physically is unique in his own right. Sure, he's got a slight build, but his mobility for his height, unparalleled.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Now here's Lamb. He's guarded closely. Westbrook against Rose. And that one's good. Westbrook. You think about the length of Kevin Durant, reach of a center with the fluidity, Steve, of a guard.
Such a rare combination, Kevin, and it gives them a huge advantage at both ends of the floor. I mean, defensively, you think about the blocks and steals and rebounds. And then offensively, the ability to play above his opponents.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Westbrook kicks to Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Sefolosha's got 6.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Back to Boozer. Pass to Rose. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Up off this. Oh! Look out!
I tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Bulls making a switch here. Deng's checked in.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Rose attacking Heinrich. Back to Rose. With some arc. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Westbrook gets a screen from Collison. Shot off the screen. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. Now it's just a 3-point Bulls lead. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
And that one's good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Westbrook against Rose. 1:33 left in the first half. Lets it fly, and the shot is long.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
He dishes it to Lamb. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Chicago leading. Rose passes to Boozer. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
Rose, good.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play.
Back to Noah. The dish now to Rose. Noah with a screen on Westbrook. Rose goes in, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Westbrook against Rose. Lamb dishes to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Rose with the block. They recover it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now Noah. Here's Butler. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a tight game here as we end the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What a better way to get through your Monday.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, "To me, To win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching staff, down to the players. That kind of quote puts more pressure on the team, but they are set to make a deep run, guys.
Defense really their identity. That's how they win.
It's one thing to intimidate with your play, and it's another to get in the face of a player's shot you just blocked. Last season, Ibaka took it to that next level and ruffled some feathers by doing just that.
And stolen by Butler. And it's Rose penetrating. Good. Rose has got 14.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And speaking of Ibaka getting feisty, I remember seeing him get into it, in fact, with Coach Brooks when he was subbed out of a game. There was that flagrant foul against Blake Griffin. He's got a fuse.
Well, he's showing a little bit of a hot-headed streak, Kevin. I like that. A little feistiness. You like that from your big men. You know, you want them to be tough.
Showing emotion.
Exactly.
Passion.
As long as you control the emotion.
Well said, Steve. Shot clock at 6. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Cephalosha. Shots good from Butler.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Thunder trailing by 6. Westbrook kicks to Cephalosha. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside Durant, puts it up. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Chicago leading by 4.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
Deng can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Westbrook kicks to Cephalosha. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Chicago. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time, and they had questions constantly being asked if he would return, but the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin, and they desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Usually the logic is that if you want to win the West, you need to get a lot of wins against the East to pad your record, guys. But the Thunder did dominate the East last season, but not as much as the other teams, and they still won the West.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Noah. Here's Jackson. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And Boozer backs in. Back to Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Passes it to Dunleavy. The tray. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, getting back to the Thunder, as you said, Clark, they took the East to task once again. They were 21-9 against the conference. But, Steve, that was just time for the 3rd best in the West.
You know, I think a big part of that is that after they made it to the finals for the first time, they played with a target on their back. And I thought every team in the league knew they had to bring their A game to try to kind of make a statement against the Thunder.
And it's Rose penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 16 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Butler against Westbrook. On the wing, Jackson. Down with both hands. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt. And with Harden out of OKC, you knew that Russell Westbrook would have a lot of burden on his shoulders to be a playmaker, and he responded. I think he was very active last year in terms of distributing the ball.
1:29 left in the third. Outside Jackson. The feed to Durant. And Boozer with the block. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Left side Westbrook. Goes back up. That's blocked. Butler on the way. Tries to save it. Here's Jackson. He's got 6. The kick out to Westbrook. Dishes to Ibaka. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And for Westbrook playing alongside Durant, some have said he needs to be more of a passer, less of a scorer. Clark at that point guard position.
I think that's some of the most misguided criticism that anybody could levy at him. He is a scorer. He is an aggressive, attacking guard. I just think he has to play to his strengths, and that's where he is, and that's who he is, and I think he's fantastic. I don't think there's anybody that's more dangerous in the backcourt than Russell Westbrook.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 3. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose kicks to Boozer. Defended by Thabit. The kick out to Rose. Back to Boozer. Defended by Thabit. Heinrich outside. 5 to shoot. Good on the triple. Heinrich's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Bulls.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. He kicks it to Gibson. Back to Butler. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gibson in the post. He's against Collison. Heinrich kicks to Dang. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 6. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Dang. Dang against Westbrook. Outside for Durant. Poked away. It's stolen by Heinrich. Fast break. Here they come. Butler defended by Lamb. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Dang. 10 points for Butler.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
It's Westbrook with the drive. He passes to Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Westbrook. Another shot. Thabit with the bucket. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Well, you know, Carlos Boozer wasn't as efficient last season as we've seen in the past, and I think In large part, it was due to the extended absence of Derrick Rose. He was the bailout option for the team on many occasions.
And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player, pretty efficient in his scoring. But most of his post-ups end up in fadeaway jump shots, and that's why he doesn't get to the line very often.
Westbrook against Heinrich. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Bulls leading by 6. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Feeds it to Gibson. Working on Collison. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Collison. Jumps up. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Heinrich kicks to Dang for 3. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
And, guys, Dang has developed into a very good shooter, especially off spot-ups or maybe one-dribble pull-ups. He's got range. He's developed that out to the three-point line, but he really likes to go to that mid-range area. 1 or 2 dribbles into the paint, he'll rise up, shoot right over the top.
But you know what I like about him most, Steve? Dang is a very well-balanced player. He does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Stolen by Westbrook. Gives him the lead pass and finished off by Collison.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Westbrook against Heinrich. Kicks it to Boozer. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Collison. Thunder trailing by 5. Westbrook with it. Boozer picks him up. Westbrook passes to Durant. Backing down. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Westbrook with the steal. Leads him in there. And stolen by Butler. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. That's good. Rose has got 20.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover costs you.
.102 left in the 4th quarter. Sefolosha with it. Butler covering. It's Durant on the wing. Looking to get it going. Off the left rim and out.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Man showing some terrific range. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And every point they get now puts them 1 step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Melo with the block. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose attacking, and it's blocked by Sefolosha.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're losing by 8. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is finna over.
From deep three-point range, off target. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win